everyone, myself Neha Shah from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today I am going to explain you the topics independent random variable and expectation from the unit of basic probability from the subject of probability and statistics. Up to last session I had explained you the two-dimensional random variable, right? Now in this session I will explain you the independent random variable and expectation. So starting with the first topic. Now what is independent random variable? Suppose that x and y are discrete random variables. If the events x equals to x and y equals to y are independent events for all the values of x and y, then we can say that x and y are independent random variables. So for this the condition will be probability of x equals to x comma y equals to y. This should be equals to probability of x equals to x into probability of y equals to y. Now what is the meaning of this? If we are taking the joint probability of x and y, then it should be equals to the individual probabilities multiplication. So if any variable satisfying this condition, then and then only it will consider as the independent random variable. Now this will be also representing in the form of function as f of x comma y is equals to f1 of x into f2 of y. So f1 of x is the marginal probability function of x and f2 of y is considered as marginal probability function of y. Conversely, if for all x and y, the joint probability function f of x comma y can be expressed as the product of a function x alone and the function of y alone, then we can say that x and y are independent random variables. If x and y are continuous random variables, then we can say that they are independent random variables if the event x equals to x and y equals to y are independent events for all the values of x and y. So for that the condition will be probability of x equals to x comma y equals to y is equals to probability of x equals to x into probability of y equals to y, and this will be representing as capital F of x comma y is equal to capital F1 of x into capital F2 of y. So from this two equation you can differentiate that for the discrete random variable it will representing in the form of small f, and for the continuous random variable it will representing in the form of capital F. Now the next topic is mean, expectation or measure of central tendency. If we are defining the mean, then it will be defining as a single value that x as a representative or average of the values of x, or it will also consider as the weighted average of the values in particular range. So these two are definition of mean. Now if we are representing it in the form of equation, then the term will be e of x, means expected value of x equals to integration minus infinite to infinite x into f of x dx. So by using this equation we can solve the example for continuous random variable, and for the discrete random variable instead of integration we will take in the summation. Similarly, if you want to find out e of x square, means expected value of x square, so instead of x we have to take x square. So the equation will be integration minus infinite to infinite x square into f of x dx. Now there are some terms based on this. So if we're taking the terms on expectation, so the first theorem is if c is any constant, then the value of expected value of c into x equals to c into expected value of x, because c is a constant, so it will be outside of this expectation value of x. Now the second theorem is if x and y are any random variable, then expected value of x plus y is equals to expected value of x plus expected value of y. Now the third property is if x and y are independent random variables, then joint expected value of x and y is representing as e of xy is equals to e of x into e of y. Means the multiplication of expected value of x and expected value of y. So if we are solving some example based on this, then the first example is, suppose that a game is to be played with a single die. Assume fact. In this game, a player wins $20 if a 2 turns up, $40 if a 4 turns up, and it will lose $30 if a 6 turns up. While the player neither wins nor loses if any other faces turns up. Find the expected sum of money to be worth. So if I want to solve this example, so first of all I will write the sample space. Now what will be the sample space? Dash. So what will be the possible outcome? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Right? So if I am writing the sample space, then it will be written as S equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. For this, if I am writing the value of x, then what will be the value of x and what will be the probability of x? As you know that if I am considering this as the equally likely probable term, so it will representing as 1 by 6 probability for each of the possible output, right? So the term will be 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6 and 1 by 6. Now if I am finding the value of x, what will be the value of x? From this we can write the value of x. Player wins $20 if a 2 turns up. Means if the output will be 2, then it will gain $20. If the player wins something, then we are writing it in the form of plus, and if it will lose something, then we are writing it in the form of minus. Okay. So if we are writing this 4 turns up, then it will wins $40. So for 4, its value will be 40. And it will lose this $30 if 6 turns up. So for 6, we are writing minus 30 because it will loses this money. Right? While the player neither wins nor loses if any another phase turn up. It means for all the other values, its value will be neither win nor lose, it means 0. So from this, we will calculating the expected sum of money to be what? Now what is the equation of expected value of x? So for this, we are writing the equation as expected value of x equals to summation x equals to minus infinite to infinite x into f of x. Now what is f of x? Probability of x is also considered as f of x. Okay. So if I am putting all this value in this equation, so what will be the next step? 0 into 1 by 6 plus 20 into 1 by 6 plus 0 into 1 by 6 plus 40 into 1 by 6 means 40 by 6 plus 0 into 1 by 6 means 0, and the last one will be minus 30 into 1 by 6 means minus 30 by 6. So what will be the final term? 20 plus 40 minus 30. So the term will be 30 divided by 6. It means its value will be 5. So from this we can say that the expected value of x equals to 5. So from this we can say that the player won $5 money by this game. Okay, now the next example is the density function of a random variable x is given by f of x equals to 1 by 2x for the value of x in between 0 to 2, otherwise its value will be 0. Find the expected value of x. So if you want to find out expected value of x, first of all we are defining whether the given random variable is continuous or random. Here you can see that the range of x is given to you as 0 to 2. It means it will consider as continuous random variable, right? So For this, we're taking the equation as expected value of x equals to integration minus infinite to infinite x into f of x dx. Okay. Now here we'll put in the value of f of x. So f of x equals to this for the range of x in between 0 to 2. So this range will change from 0 to 2. X into, instead of f of x, we'll write in 1 by 2 x dx. Okay. Now if I am simplifying this, 1 by 2 is constant, so it will be outside of this integration, 0 to 2 x into x. So its value will be x square dx. Now if I am integrating this term, so its value will be x square, integration means x cube by 3, and the range will be 0 to 2, 1 by 2 will be as is. Now if I am putting this range over here, so the term will be 2's cube means 8 minus 0's cube means 0. So 8 minus 0 divided by 2 into 3 means 6. So the final term will be 8 minus 0 means 8. So 8 by 6, 2 will be cancelled out. So the term will be 4 by 3. So this way we can find out the expected value of continuous random variable. Thank you so much.